Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Tony and the channel is Tony Talks Cards. And today I'm really excited to do a VR for my friend Mark over at Mark's Dodgers Cards. His VR request was to do a video showing your favorite team of your favorite set. And you've got to be above 18 as well, per his rules. And given the gray that comes into my beard and my hair when I keep it longer, which I don't usually do that often, definitely meet the above 18 criteria there. So, but Mark, let's talk about favorite team and favorite set. My favorite baseball, I'll do baseball and football in this video. So two parts here. Favorite baseball team is the Chicago Cubs. And this is a program from 1942. And I love the fact, the date, right? 42, middle of World War II. And the advertisement has for victory, buy US savings bonds and stamps. So the cool Cub hat there, the Cub is holding up the sign, 10 cents Wrigley Field. And if you're thirsty, get a beer on the back advertisement for that. So there's a lot in this program. I may do a separate video on later, but this highlights who my favorite team is for those who know. Wasn't a surprise. My favorite set showing the Cubs, I'll say 1971 tops. I'm going to be doing a series on two different pieces of that set. I haven't put one video out yet on that. Sorry about that. It'll come out probably next week, but I'll have a multiple set of videos in a series talking about Cubs players from that set and also the action poses from that set too. So let's show some Cubs from the 1971 Topps baseball set. Showing Cubs, you got to start with this guy, I think. Ernie Banks. There's my PSA 5 Ernie Banks. Got that early on when I got back into vintage. Love the picture's kind of maybe not the best of him, but I love the card. Again, love the blue Cubs at the top, the kind of counterculture-ish, right? Lowercase e, lowercase b, first base, the different colors on it. Just really, really enjoy that. The back of these have green background. See a nice picture of Ernie right there smiling. His career statistics, at least through 1970, and some stats about him. And first year in Pro Ball, 1953. So there's my Ernie Banks. We'll keep moving faster. This is my 1971 Billy Williams as well. He played until, I think, 1976 was his last playing days card with the A's. So there's that here. Another fun factoid about the 71 Topps baseball set and the Cubs, which I found in collecting the Cubs players from this set, is that, as you know, in many years in the 70s and 60s and beyond, there were league leader cards, league leaders in ERA, strikeouts, wins, home runs, batting average, things like that. And on 4 of the National League leaders cards, all four of them, the 4 that I have here, have Cubs players on them. Cubs players had a great 1970 year. They were showing off on the 1971 Topps leaders cards. So the first one is 1970 strikeout leaders, Tom Seaver at the top, Mr. Bob Gibson, and Fergie Jenkins. 3 Hall of Famers right there. 1970 National League pitching leaders. Again, Mr. Jenkins down there with Gaylord Perry and Bob Gibson. Not a bad crew either. Now getting to more offense here. We've got 1970 National League home run leaders, Johnny Bench, Billy Williams, and Tony Perez. Not a bad group either. 2 Reds and 1 Cub. And lastly, 1970 National League RBI leaders, and wouldn't you know it, we've got a Cub there too. Billy Williams along with Johnny Bench and Tony Perez. The exact same players in different order on the home run and RBI cards for 1971 Topps baseball. So that is the first half of the VR. That's my favorite. Let me get this right again. Favorite team of favorite set, 1971 Topps baseball. Favorite team, of course, is the Cubs. I do have all but 2 of the 1971 Topps Cubs. I'm going to do a little mini multiple video series on the 71 Topps Cubs. Missing a few of them. Pick them up hopefully the next little bit. If not, maybe the last 2 at the National, but may start the series ahead of getting those cards and talk about 5 or 6 cards each video series going forward. So that is baseball, but football, I'm a big football guy too. I actually started with football more than baseball when I was in 2nd, 3rd grade. Favorite team is, of course, the Chicago Bears, being a Chicago guy. So like I showed this off for the Cubs, the 1942 Wrigley Field program. This is a 1955 Chicago Bears kind of annual album. 36th year, pretty cool. The Bears, big, bold, orange football. And that kind of, colorized, black and white picture of looks like the Los Angeles Rams, I think at the time, trying to tackle a Bears player. So on the back, we've got the 1955 Chicago Bears schedule, sponsored by Standard Oil. You can see who they played during that year. And inside, again, is a bunch of history, biographies, different pictures of like world champion teams from the Bears, some of the players who were playing for the Bears and coaches during that year. So this highlights who my favorite team is. And now the question is for Mark's Dodgers cards question, favorite team of favorite set. So favorite team of my favorite set. So the Bears is an easy one, but my favorite set is actually more new in terms of 1971, newer than that. It is the 1986 Topps football set. So remember the baseball had the black borders, still cool, still some color there too, but black borders, right? 1986 Topps football was very different. We have the green borders. So here are a few Bears cards from that set. This is number 7, a 1986 Topps football record breaker, Walter Payton. Most consecutive games, 100 or more yards rushing. Just love, look at that. The red, the yellow burst, the yellow on the side, the green at the bottom with the white hash marks. There was just so much color on this. I love this set growing up. That's card number 7. Card number 8, showcasing Super Bowl 20 when the Bears beat the Patriots 46-10. Jim McMahon handing off to Matt Suey there. Card number 9 is a Bears team leader card. This one has a yellow border, so no green border anymore. It's a yellow border for the team cards here. Shows NFC champs on the side there, Bears, and of course, Walter Payton in motion, breaking through the New Orleans Saints line right there. Now, for the actual team cards, I brought a few of those with me too. My favorite player, quarterback growing up, Jim McMahon of the Chicago Bears, getting ready to launch a pass downfield. Again, love all that bright green, turf, grass border around it with the white hash marks too. Lots of color here. Wouldn't be complete without showing off 1986 Topps Walter Payton. His last base card non-record breaker card was 87 Topps. But this, again, card shows him a few years before he retired. Again, this is the Bears Super Bowl 20 season being showcased on the stats on the back from 1985. Here's what it looks like too. It's got a yellowish background too. The one thing too I want to point out, I didn't notice this till probably about a year or 6 months ago. I'm not writing on the card, don't worry about it. These things here at the top, they're little animated guys and characters. And you can see who this is. What does that look like? It looks like the Blues Brothers. There's a bear and a bunch of guys in, Blues Brothers types hats, maybe smoking a cigar there. Looks like a guy playing an instrument in the corner there. And 86 Topps football had unique backgrounds here. Unique backgrounds, unique characters, caricatures of things on each of the teams and players' cards. So for the Dolphins players, you'd have a dolphin. For the Eagles, you'd have a bird. And I didn't notice this until like literally recently that the Bears, there's a bear, but they're also paying homage to, I'm guessing, the Blues Brothers, blues, music, all that type of good stuff in Chicago. So really cool, really neat factoid I didn't know about. And again, why not show a Walter Payton card too? Last card to show is this is a rookie card, William the Refrigerator Perry. This guy broke onto the scene in 1985, ended his career with the Eagles and maybe one other team I forget, but this is his rookie card. And he did have a great Super Bowl 20. So I want to show this card off too to highlight again my favorite team from my favorite set. So Mark, great idea. Thank you for that. Oh, I've got one more thing here. I'm an unopened pack guy, so I would be remiss without showing an unopened pack on a video. Sorry about that, getting tongue twisted here. This is a 1980 from 86 Topps This is a 1986 Topps football cello pack. So for 69 cents, you got, let's see, 31 picture cards. So it's about 2 wax packs, 31 cards, 1 glossy card, and 1 stick of gum. On the front is Stump Mitchell. He was a running back for the Cardinals. You can see the advertising there on the front, 1,000-yard club on the front. Why did I pick this for this VR? It's hard to see, but on the back, you can see who's on the back of these cards based on the statistics. Sorry, the glare is going to be really bad here, but on the back of this, you can see who it says there. The Refrigerator. This is William Perry's rookie card on the back of this unopened 86 Topps football cello pack. Thought it was kind of funny too. You've got Stump Mitchell on the front and Fridge on the back. Stump and Fridge, I don't know, just sounded funny to me to kind of see those out loud, say them out loud, as Stump being on front and Fridge being on back of this pack. So again, thank you, Mark, for the idea. This is great. I had a blast thinking about this question, pulling out the cards, seeing some interesting things about those 71 Topps baseball leaders cards I hadn't really fully realized. And then again, it gave me a chance to revisit that cool back on the 86 Topps football too that highlighted what looks like the Blues Brothers, a bear, and an homage to Chicago music, which I think is just unbelievably cool that Topps did that for football in 1986. So lastly, Mark, you asked us to shout out several channels we watch. And man, I said this before, if I shout out one, I could shout out 100, it seems like. Shout out 3, I could shout out 30. Like there's always people you feel like you leave out. So I tried to think of people I started watching recently or connected with in real life, or maybe who have positively influenced something I collect, or maybe collect the same things I collect. And I love hearing their takes on things. So the first one, and I'll put the, of course, descriptions and the links in my description. First one is Aaron at Value Vintage Cards. Love the way he talks about cards, creatively, does videos, does types of cards and runs and commonalities, and talks about them all in his videos. Really appreciate him and how he helps educate me too about things I never knew existed. I only knew about Topps, Fleer, all the basic sets you'd find in the Beckett price guides back in the day, but he definitely shows off things I never knew existed and more things that I want to get into. So number 1 is Aaron at Value Vintage Cards. Number 2 is Jake at Wax Pack Wisdom. I love the name, obviously being a pack collector. I love when the words wax pack show up in a video in a title of a channel. And I started watching him probably 6 months ago or so. And I think he may have started opening packs a long time ago on his channel and does that occasionally too. But love how many shows he has available in his area, I think in the Northeast. So love seeing the show footage, the pickups, talking to dealers, interviews with dealers, learning about how dealers interact and finding cards that he wants to buy to further curate and refine his collection. So Jake, thanks for doing that, and always love watching your channel and content. And number 3 is a guy I think has been around for a while and just didn't know until I saw a bunch of Strongsville videos and saw people mention him and his channel, and he put out some videos too from Strongsville. And I want to get the channel right. It is Rocket Rick J 18. And I love his collection, how much he has. It's pre-war so far, some videos focused on that, talking about the players, the cards, the history of the cardboard itself, the players themselves too, and doing it in a way that helps me educate myself about these players too. And Jake does the same thing too. Jake talks a lot about, why certain players were more impactful to their team, era, etc., Hall of Fame or not. So those are 3 channels I want to shout out. Thank you all for your video content. And thank you, Mark, again for the idea. Hopefully you get a ton of submissions, a ton of favorite sets, favorite teams, and hopefully 1 or 2 more Cubs guys and maybe a Bears guy in there too to round things out. But I'll be the token Chicago guy for right now, if nothing else. But hopefully there's a few more of us out there who will do video VRs for you in response. So thanks again, Mark. I hope you all have a great weekend coming up here in the YouTube community, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.